Cool. Just put some darker values in there. I love it. Love it. Good job. Okay, here we go. Whoa, wait too much. Oh, they're down the hall in the refrigerator. They're down the hall all the way. Hurry, because they're down there. On the left, there's the last room on the left is the art office. There's a little fridge. You'll see. Okay, take like two or three. Okay, hey everybody. Hey. All right, here we go. So we're going to do this. Just follow along, do what I do. And if I had some water, I could get going. There we go. More water. Here we go. All right. First thing we're going to do, we're going to get a little yellow. Okay, we're just going to take that yellow straight and we're just going to go yellow. You might have already done this. I don't know. Some of you came from another school, but we're just going to do it again. Just entertain me. Yellow here. And we're going to go yellow over here. Okay, so there's our yellow. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. So now we're just going to put our brush in here like so, and we're just going to scoop up a little bit of yellow, put it over here. And whenever we mix color, guys, we pull the brush. So look, see that? We're just pulling the brush. Whenever we mix color, we're pulling the brush. Now we're going to go yellow-orange. So we want this, there's 3 oranges. Yellow, orange, orange, and red, orange. So we're going to do yellow, orange. We're just going to get a little bit of red. And we're going to kind of go like this, pulling the brush to the left. Flip it, turn the brush to the right. Okay, we're just pulling that brush, a little bit more red. I got a little bit too much paint, but that's okay, just as long as we don't get a little too crazy. And we're going to put that yellow-orange right here. As you can see, acrylic paint is kind of translucent or transparent. And especially, I should say, well, some of it is more opaque than others, but this stuff is pretty transparent. So we'll have to build, if you wanted orange, you'd have to build up a lot of layers to get orange. Okay, or get a, Roshi, do you know any orange that's really opaque? Cat orange, so that's opaque if we wanted to get cat orange. Got it, okay. So we're gonna do a middle orange now, so let's add some more red. Just pulling that brush, pulling that brush, pulling that brush, mixing that paint, watching it change, enjoying that process. Okay, cat orange. And we're just going to put that down like that. So here's our middle orange. We're just going to fill that space up and do it on the opposite side. Okay, so there we go. Cool. So there's our middle orange. Now we're going to do a red orange. So scoop up some of that red, put it in the orange puddle, and we're pulling that brush, and we're flipping that over, flipping the brush over, pulling that brush. Basic painting today, super basic. Super basic. Okay. All right, and then we're going to put down that red orange. And red orange over here. All right, cool. So we got our yellow and our oranges. So now Before we move on to just straight red, we're going to rinse our brush. So when you rinse the brush, you're going to pull the brush across the bottom of the container, pressing that down in the bottom. See that? We're going to flip it over. We're going to press that down at an angle. Okay, we're pulling that brush across the bottom of the container, okay, continuously until we get that out. We can scrape that on the side. And pull this right here. What I'm doing here is I'm pulling it across the bottom. Okay? Getting all that paint out. It's going to be wet. We want to dry the brush. So take your rag, pinch the bristles, squeeze, get that water out of the bristles. We don't want watery paint right now, okay? We don't want it to be watery. We do not want watercolory, washy acrylic. Okay. You guys with me? Who needs time? Okay. Be observant of what happens when we mix these colors. Okay? I want you to get this experience. So when you're rinsing on the bottom of the water container, so here's our water container, and you're rinsing on the bottom, look, pretend my hand's the bottom of the water container. You're pulling the brush like this. We're never pushing the brush, and we're not smashing the brush straight down. See, I will not even demonstrate that, because if I smash this brush straight down, it'll ruin the bristles. So we always want to be pulling. See, I'm doing it rapidly here. When I rinse, I go like this rapidly. I don't just swish it like this. Okay, you don't just swishing it in the water. We're getting that out. This is slow motion like that, okay? All right, so let's go red now. I know this is pink or magenta, but we're just using that today just because. So let's put down this magenta on this side. And we're going to put magenta down on this side. Like that. All right. So now let's scoop up some magenta. I'm just going to call it red. And we're going to put a little bit of blue, a touch of blue. Look, check it out. I'm just putting barely any blue in there. Just the corner of the brush, or the very tip of the brush, has some blue, because we want this to be red-violet, okay? We want this violet to be closer to red than in the middle. And I just had to add a little extra blue to it. All right, so there's my red-violet. I'm going to put that down. Red, violet. Okay, putting that down there. And we're going to put red, violet over here on the opposite side. And you can see I'm holding my brush kind of weird. I'm holding it, I'm kind of holding it, not like a pencil. Okay, but that's how I'm holding it. All right, so there's our red, violet. Now we want violet right in the middle, so let's scoop up some blue, a little bit larger scoop of blue here, okay? And we're going to put that in here in this red, and we're going to get a middle violet. Pull, 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 pull. Pull, pull, pull. Pulling that brush. There we go. Mixing that. Got a beautiful violet. We're going to get that violet here. Put that down. I might have put too much blue in there, but we'll see. Okay, then we're going to put violet over here. Now, check this out. What we're starting to do here is this is a complement. We have yellow next to purple. Okay? Yellow next to purple, purple next to yellow. Yellow and purple are complementary colors, okay? That's super, super important to remember, because when we want yellow to neutralize yellow or bring down the intensity of the yellow, we add purple. When we want to bring down the intensity of purple or violet, okay? We add yellow. When you want to bring down the intensity of a color, go to the complementary color first. That's how I work. Okay, don't go to black to make something darker. Go to the complement. Okay, so now let's go blue-violet. I'm going to scoop up some blue, and we're going to put it back in that violet. We want this to be blue-violet. The violet that's closer to blue. Let's put that down. I need to put a little bit more red in there. That's kind of too blue, but oh well. That's all right. And then we're going to put this blue-violet over here, right next to yellow-orange. So we got blue-violet next to yellow-orange. And we're filling in that space all the way, okay? Awesome. All right. So now we're done with our violet. So what do? We rinse our brush. So we're going to be pulling our brush along the bottom, sweeping the bottom of that water container with our brush. Here we go. Hey, are you done with them right now? Okay, do me a favor. Do a bit, just on your own, do a little like analytical cubism thing, like with the bottle or something. And you just do it with Washington there. Do it with gouache. And then that way you can teach them more the art things. And I just want to do a little of their own little analytical cubism. And then you can just demo it. Cool. Unless you just want to wing it and show them right now. If you want to do it on your own, you can wing it. Wing it. So take the R2s next door and teach them, okay? Okay, R2s, you're going to go with Roshi next door, and he's going to, he's going to get set up first. And then he's going to demonstrate analytical cubism, what we want you to do with your knowledge that you have now. You're going to create a little work of art that's your own analytical cubism piece. It's going to be a smaller painting. Okay, so I rinsed out my brush art one, and now we're just going to go straight blue. Straight blue over here. And then we're going to go straight blue over here. Blue goes across from orange. Okay, so if you want to neutralize blue, you add orange. If you want to neutralize orange, you add blue. So when you mix violet and yellow, it usually makes like a gray. And when you mix orange and blue, it usually makes a gray. Green and red, it's usually a brown. So we'll see what happens today. We're going to make some complements. There's one thing just to mix or paint a color wheel. It's another thing to mix complements. That's where the learning, in my opinion, really, really happens. And okay, so we're now going to go greens. Are you guys good? Okay, so now we're going to go greens. What I want you guys to do is scoop up yellow. Okay, because yellow now, let's talk about yellow. Yellow is really light, it's really weak. Red is like a medium value, or medium dark, and blue is dark. Blue is strong, red is strong, yellow is weak. Okay? We are mixing the darker colors into the lighter colors. It takes listen carefully, it takes a small amount of dark color to make a light color dark. It takes a small amount of dark color, these two, to make a light color dark. Okay? It takes a huge, enormous amount of light paint to make a dark paint light. So we wanted green, a light green. It would take like a cup of yellow to mix it into this blue to get light green. But we just go like this. Watch, take a very small amount of blue on the brush, and we go into this yellow, and immediately, because that blue is so powerful, because it's dark, it immediately changes that yellow to green. Okay? And there's our yellow green. Okay? So there's our yellow green. Boom. Yellow, green. And then we're going to put yellow, green over here. Right over here, cool. So we got, look at that combo. That yellow, green against red, violet. Okay. Now what I did there is I swept my brush. I got this buildup of paint on my brush. You see that? So when I get that buildup of paint on my brush, you see that right there? That stuff right there? I do this. I sweep my brush on the palette. Okay, so now we're going to get a little bit more blue, and we're going to mix it like over here. I'm creating another little puddle here. Pull, 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 pull. Pull in the brush only. Okay, we're only pulling the brush, and we've got that middle green. Okay, and we're just going to go like so, just like that. Okay. And so we got green across from red, and those usually make brown. They'll definitely make a gray. We'll get like a brownish color today. Okay. So now we want blue-green, so we want to scoop up some more blue. Now look what I'm doing here. I'm making a separate little puddle here. And I'm mixing off of, if you want to change colors quickly, you mix separate little puddles. Look, see what I did here? Separate little puddles, boom, you get that change really quickly. Pull, pull, pull on the brush, okay, when you're painting. All right, and we're just going to go like this and put that blue-green down. Put that on there. Oh, watercolor paper's cut, pre-cut? Oh, cute. Right on, man. Thank you. Yeah, where'd my art to at? Love it. Let's do some analytical cubism. All right. You guys are going to go next door. All right. So then we're going to rinse our brush. Art 1. There's like 4 or 5. I think that's it. We got one more. All right, rinsing that brush. So part 1, we're done with part 1. Cool. We're done with part 1. Made that color wheel. Now, what I want you guys to do is, while you're sitting there finishing up, so we're just going to go through this vocabulary here. The V word, I know. Color, the character of the surface of an object created by the response to your vision to the wavelength of light reflected from its surface. Okay, so hue, the name of a color. Every color falls into a definite hue category: red, yellow, blue, orange, violet, or green. Value, the degree of lightness and darkness. Okay, every color has a value, okay? And we can add white or black to a color to get different grays. Or we don't add white or black at all. We just mix the complements also. So if we wanted to mix, there's something called a chromatic black, and if you look at this here, if we mixed blue and red and put a little bit of yellow, that would be a chromatic black. Okay? You don't need black to have black. If you don't have black, mix red, blue, red, and a little bit of yellow. That will be your chromatic black. If you wanted to create a painting, white, yellow, red, blue, that's all you need. Okay? That's the most basic. Okay. That's value. So every color can have, what's light orange? If we wanted to lighten orange, we add white. And then you guys call it tan. Tan is a light orange, okay? So if we want to lighten red, we add white. And that becomes what? Pink, okay? If we want a light blue, we add white. And then now does that become? You guys usually call it baby blue, okay? And then there's light green, we add white. There's your light green, okay? Now, if you want to darken a color, first add the complement. The complementary colors, colors which are opposite each other on the color wheel. So yellow and violet, orange and blue, red and green, okay? Primary colors, red, yellow, blue, you cannot mix those. Those come out of it. You have to mix those, okay? Secondary colors, orange, green, and violet. intermediate or tertiary colors. The tertiary colors are yellow orange, red violet, blue green, yellow green, tertiary colors. Analogous colors, that's like yellow, green, and green, or green, blue, blue, and blue, violet. So any 3 or 4 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel are analogous colors. Okay. Neutrals. You get neutrals when mixing your complements. It says black and white and all the grays between are not considered colors. They are values that go with any color. Okay. Neutrals. Now we're going to move to that. The color wheel should be dry or almost dry. If it's not dry, then I want you to do this. Pop this off right here. And we're going to mix these now. We're going to work on our complementary colors. Okay? So, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. You're going to get your palette knife. So, first thing we're going to do is red to green. Okay? So, what we're going to do first is you're going to scoop up yellow with your palette knife. You're going to put it over here and press it down on the palette. You're going to scoop up some blue, and you're going to mix that with the palette knife, a big puddle of it, on your palette. So we're just going to mix a big puddle of green here, scooping, pulling that. Okay. Get that all mixed up there. Big puddle of green. Scrape, smush, smush, smush. And you smush so you can flip the palette knife over. It's very flexible. And palette knives are used for mixing color, but they're also you can use them to create a whole painting, okay? After you mix your big old puddle of green over here, get your rag and wipe off your palette knife, okay? Wipe off your palette knife, like so, okay. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to flip this around. We're going to go green to red, okay? So we're going to get our green, and we're going to paint this rectangle in green. And then we're going to scoop up the green, okay? Your green might be a little bit different than mine, and that's okay. We're going to scoop up the green and put it right here. We're going to get a little bit of red. We're going to get a little bit of red just on the corner of the brush, and then we're going to excuse me, we're going to mix that into the green. Pull, 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 pulling that brush. And you might see that the green got a little bit darker and or a little bit duller. And we're going to get some more red. I'm going to dip the corner of the brush in. You see that right there? See that? And we're going to mix that into the same puddle. And so your green should get darker and it should get duller. So you're going to get more dull. Okay, let's scoop up some red now. On the corner again. Now watch this. I'm going to mix a little puddle off that puddle. Okay, so we're pulling. See, I'm not mixing into the whole puddle. I'm mixing off the puddle. So I'm making a secondary puddle off my primary one, okay? And that should really change that green, and it gets really dull. Okay, we're going to put that down. So let's scoop up another red. Now watch this. Art 1, watch this. Now we're going to go over here. I'm mixing a totally different puddle. Pull in the brush, pull, 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 pull the brush. And we should, now I got like this brown, okay? Or this dirty, dirty green, okay? and put that down in that rectangle. Okay, so that's how you can get brown or a gray, is mixing red and green. Now, we're not done. Scoop up some more red on that corner of your brush and mix another puddle over here, another separate puddle. And now that green should be transforming to red. So we're getting more. The green is, what temperature is green? Cool or warm? Cool. And then red is what temperature? Red, warm, yeah. So green is cool, red is warm. We're transitioning from cool to warm. Now scoop up another thing of red and mix a separate puddle. Starting to run out of room here. But that's okay, because I can show you how to fix that. And we're going to put that down. Scoop up another thing of red and put that down. So now we have, as you can see, we've transitioned from cool to warm, and also we've transitioned, gone and created a pure hue to neutral back to pure, okay? This is one of the most important things. And then before I put the red down, I'm just going to go like this. Watch, I'm going to cheat. I'm not going to rinse my brush. I'm just going to go into the red. I'm just going to put straight red right there. Okay, you guys should have something like this where it's transitioning somewhat smoothly from green to red, okay? That's super, super important to know, this stuff right here. Now we're going to rinse our brush. We got time, dude. And then squeeze out the brush after you rinse it with the rag to make sure it's not watery. We don't want this watery. Now, our next thing we're going to do is we're going to do, we are going to do orange to blue. So that means we got to mix an orange. So we're going to get our clean palette knife. It looks like I'm kind of low on yellow. So I got to get some more yellow. We're going to get our yellow, and we're going to get that red, and we're going to mix our orange. So we're going to mix our puddle of orange with the palette knife on our palette. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go orange to blue. We're going to add a little bit of blue, put it on in that. Well, first we're going to put the orange down. And then after that, we're going to do with yellow and violet. So here we go. We're going to go orange. So I'm going to get some orange here. And we're going to go straight orange on there. And then we're going to get a little bit of blue. And we're going to mix it into, we're going to mix that into our orange. And that changes it really, really quickly. Okay. I got to get more of my orange in there. Okay. Touch a little bit. That blue is going to change it super, super fast. So be aware. I got this brown immediately. This beautiful brown color. Now we're going to do a little bit more blue in that orange. So we're transitioning once again. From here, we're going warm to cool. A little bit more blue in that orange. A little bit more blue in the orange. Paint in that square or that rectangle. A little bit more blue in that orange. Paint in the rectangle. A little bit more blue in that orange. pulling the brush. Only pull the brush. You can kind of go sideways, left or right, but only pull the brush, please. Don't push the brush. And a little bit more blue. Put that down. A little bit more blue. Put that down. And then we're just going to go straight blue at the last one. So you should have, oh, that's bad. That's not good. There we go. That's better. Okay. So that one, we shifted from warm to cool, all right? Orange to blue. So you see that, what's the takeaway here? The takeaway is, what are we supposed to learn? Orange and blue, they make these neutral colors in here, okay? You get these beautiful browns in here. And the red and greens, you get these beautiful browns, okay? Browns or grays, pretty much the same thing. I mean, they're not. Gray, if you want a gray, guys, gray is a cooler brown, okay? Grays are in the blue family. If you don't have black and white to make a gray, then you make your brown more blue to get your gray. Okay, rinsing our brush. And then we're going to squeeze out our rag to get that excess water out. And then I'm going to get some more yellow so I can do our last one. Okay, so our last one here are for our complements are really, really important, guys. These right here, that's why this one right here, it says grays part 2. We're not going to do that. Browns, we might do that because browns are pretty important too. Like if you want certain skin tone, people always are asking me, how do you mix skin tone? Well, you make a brown. Grays are important. We're going to do grays. We're actually going to, I think it's important to learn white and black and color. So that does a pretty cool thing. But browns are really, really important too. So here we go. Get your palette knife. And we're going to mix a violet. So I'm kind of out of room here. I got to make some room. This is kind of, I'll do it here. I'm going to mix my violet right here. Okay, I'm grab this red here, scoop up that red, put that on the palette, scoop up some blue, and we're going to mix a violet. So mix up a good puddle, big old puddle of violet. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so we got our violet. So what I want you guys to do first is I want you to use yellow first. So get the yellow, scoop up the yellow. Okay, then you're going to put that yellow here. So put that yellow down. Okay, and then we're going to get that violet, a little bit of violet, mix it into the yellow. And observe what happens. So that violet, that little bit of violet makes that yellow a little bit duller. Now we want to get a little bit more violet. Mix it into that yellow. So you're going to get this like pukey color, but it's an amazing color. And a little bit more violet. put that in the square or the rectangle. More violet. Basic. People say color theory, but basically it's just color mixing and understanding of what happens. Look at that brown. More violet. Now look what I'm doing here. We're mixing down separate little puddles to change your colors rapidly when you're using traditional paint. More purple or violet. Mix that thoroughly. And then a separate puddle. So that right there is a brown, a violet brown. And then we're going to go straight violet on the last one. Okay, boom. That right there, the color wheel and complements, if I wasn't going to teach you anything else, that's probably the most important stuff. But we have some other things that are really important. We got some time, which are the grays. We got to clean off our palette first. Okay, so rinse your brush, squeeze out that water out of your brush, rinse it really, really well. And then I'm going to give you guys like 5-10 minutes to finish that. And then I think we're going to move on to grays. So you got your color wheel, boom. What value is blue? Dark, medium, or light? Dark. What value is red? Dark, medium, or light? About medium, medium, dark. What value is yellow? Dark, medium, or light? Light, yeah. Okay. Now we're going to add in white. White's very, very important. It makes things lighter. It also desaturates color. It takes away the intensity of the color. So these colors that we're using right now, they're fully saturated. So neutral colors or colors that are desaturated, super important to use and to know about. Okay. So we got to wipe off our palette now because we have no room to mix our grays. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our rag, okay? So we're going to fold that and take our rag and like fold it in quarters. And we're going to take it like this and we're just going to wipe our palette. Okay, I'm going to show you that again. Then I have this rag that's full of paint right here. Watch. And we're going to take it, watch. We're going to fold it this way. So we have this clean rag, and then we're going to wipe this. Okay, we want to wipe this like so. So we need all this area to mix our grays. Okay? All right, and then this green, that's okay there. All right, so now what we need, I need you guys to get white, add white here, and add black here. And I'm going to show you how to mix 6 different grays. We're going to be done in, we got a little bit more time, so we're going to mix some grays and then it'll be done. All right, let's go get that white and black. So come on over here to get some white. some browns. Okay, so we're literally going to mix gray. Some artists, they teach, oh, don't use black. Don't mix gray with, don't just mix. I like mixing grays with color, okay? It's called monochromatic color. So that's what I'm going to teach you guys. And we're going on this one right here. This sheet right here, we're going grays part 1. It tells you what to do. Using black and white plus color. So now, listen to those words. I should have said white and black. So let's cross that out. Using white, that's first, and black, that's second. So we add the black to the white. Why? Because black is strong, white is weak. It's frozen? It's not going? Oh, it's not going. Thank you. Okay, there we go. All right, it froze. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So right here, it says using white and black. We're going to add black to white. So watch what I'm doing first. Don't just start, okay? Because there's a certain process here. This is where you're going to learn about values, okay? We're going to make these grays, we're going to go light to dark, okay? So look, we're going to go, hold on a second. Okay, so number 1 is going to be really, really light gray. 2 is slightly darker. 3, 4, 5's middle. So that's medium value. 6, 7 is even darker. 9 is the darkest gray. You guys paying attention? Okay, so let me zoom in here. Lightest, almost white, almost black. Okay, these are all going to be grays. 1, create 6 different colors of gray. 2, what? It's not, what's going on? Oh, did I pause it? Oh, I paused it on accident. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Okay, 2, mix appropriate value of gray. Is it going now? It's not going. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's a little lag. Use black and white and, well, white and black. We want to start with white, then black. Okay, white is first, black is second. Then add a little color. Okay. 3, start with white. Oh, here's where I explain it. Start with white, add a little black and a little color at a time to create darker colored grays. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to start out with, let's just start out with yellow. Okay, so we're going to go white. So scoop up some white and a little bit of black here, just a touch. So you get a super, super light gray. You see that gray is like as white as the paper, and then a little bit of yellow. So that is a yellow gray. And then we're going to put that down. Okay? Then we're going to go a little bit of black, a little bit of yellow, and mix it up, pull on the brush, and we're going to put that down. And then we're going to get a little bit of black, a little bit of yellow, mix it up, and put that down. And there wasn't much change there. Okay, so there wasn't much change there. So I'm going to add a touch more black and a touch more yellow because I want that to be slightly darker than what I put down. So that I want that slightly darker. 3 needs to be slightly darker than 2. Now that is. Now we're going to go a little bit of black, a little bit of yellow, mix that up. So what I'm teaching you guys right now is how to make colors sequentially from light to dark. This is very important that you have this knowledge of how to make values lighter to darker. So, and that's actually too dark. This is probably 5 here. Because when you can mix a color, the different values of a color, okay, then you can make something look three-dimensional. Okay, so now we're going to go more black, more yellow, and put that down in 6. More black, more yellow, and make sure it's getting darker. Put that down in 7. And then go, is that darker than that? Yes, just a little bit. More black. It's very, very easy to get a dark gray. Like, I went dark too quickly. I should have even gone slower. Put that in 8. More black, more yellow. Mix that up. There we go. Okay, so I should have graded that even more. So and I put it in the wrong spot. Okay, yellow, gray. I should put yellow, gray here. So this is going to be violet. Violet gray. So there. To simplify, we have 6 different grays. I'm going to rinse my brush because next we're going to go to blue gray. So let's rinse the brush, scrape it on the side, get our rag, squeeze out the water. There we go. All right, let's try that again. All right, I'm going to try it again with getting a better gradation here. So scoop up a little bit of white. Get a touch of blue, just a touch of blue. Blue is a dark value, so is black. Get a touch of black. So this is blue-gray. And we're going to put that down, make sure I'm putting it in the right spot. So there's our blue-gray. So that's going to be a cool gray. Yellow is a warm gray. Now, just a touch of blue, just a touch of black, just a touch. Just a slightly darken that. I'm talking to myself more than I am you guys. Well, I'm talking to you guys too. Okay, so that's not as dark. So I'm going to go a little touch of black, touch of blue, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, let's try that. Pull on the brush. Let's put that down. Let's see what happens there. That is slightly darker than the other one. Okay, so we are comparing and contrasting that. Okay, here we go. Little bit of black, little bit of blue. Mixing that up. Putting that down. Okay, I'm doing better here because that is slightly darker than that other one. Do it again. Little bit of black, little bit of blue. Boom, boom, boom. And put that down. Look at that beautiful blue-gray. Okay. Cooking with gas. Okay. Little bit of black. Little bit of, is it pause again? Oh, no, it's not. Cool. Okay, little bit of blue. You're asking yourself, is that darker than that? Nope. Little bit of black. Little bit of blue. Mixing that up. Putting that down. Still not darker. But look, I'm doing well because This is lighter than this. This is lighter. That's lighter than that. That's lighter than that. So I'm doing good. So I want a slow gradation to the darks. So let's do it again. A little bit of black, a little bit of blue. Now, if we really wanted this to like these are 9 steps of gray, or values of color, right? What we only need is a light, a medium, and a dark, and you're good. So if you're doing your own painting, if you have a light, a medium, and dark value, then you're good. Okay, so let's do that again. Dark, or black, blue, mix, and put it down. Black, blue, mix, put it down. Black, blue, mix, put it down. Okay, this is starting to work. Okay. Black, blue, mix, put it down. Nice. There we go, dude. Okay, that one was better than the last one. Meaning my gradations are better. So I think the reds, I'll do even better. The red gray. See how? So when you guys look at gray, gray is not just gray. When you look in the sky at the clouds, okay, if you look at any type of gray people in your world, okay, I want you to go out there and go, what color gray is that? Is that a yellow gray? Is that an orange gray? Is that a red gray? Is that a violet gray? Is that a blue gray? Is that a green gray? Which of the 6 grays are you looking at? Because gray isn't just black and white. Gray isn't just gray, okay? And it depends on what color light is hitting the object, okay? All right, so let's do our red gray. So we're going to scoop up that white. We're going to put a little touch of red, touch of black, mix that up. And we're going to put that down here in our red area. Touch of red, touch of black. And that's step 2. That's pretty good. I got to be careful here. Touch of black, touch of red. Step 3. Touch of black, touch of red. Step 4. Touch of black, touch of red. Step 5. Touch of black, touch of red. Step 6. Touch of black, touch of red. Step 7. Black, red. We'll call that 8. You got some on your clothes. Black, red. Isopropyl alcohol, guys. If you get paint on your clothes, number 1, be careful. Number 2, isopropyl alcohol, or keep it wet until you get home. All right, so I did pretty good on that one. I did pretty good. This is it. This one's a little jump right here, but that's cool. Hey, did you get the metal tray for the gouache? What'd you do?
I use one of the paper bowls. How big should they?
Oh, right on. Just little. One of those, yeah.
Okay.
I just want a little, I want them to do it from their own photo or something an object they put in front of them,
Okay.
you know? So how did you do, did you work from a photo or what'd you do?
We did a little still life.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So they can do is they can set up an object or they can just do it from a photo they have in their camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys hear that?
Whoa! Spillage. Okay, so we did our red. And we're only at 3 o'clock, so Art 1, what I'm going to have you guys do, and I'm just going to keep talking. You guys can kind of chat if you want. We're going to do orange gray, violet gray, and green gray, okay? So we're going to use our palette knives, and we're just going to keep going. We're going to finish this up because it's doable. It's doable in this time frame. I can't believe I used to take 2 weeks to do this. What a waste of time. All right. So we're going to mix an orange. Let's go. We're going to scoop up our yellow here. We're going to get some of this red here. And we're going to make an orange, and we're going to do an orange gray. And a violet gray and a green gray. And then we'll be done with our color mixing. Or I think browns are important because then that's going to teach you guys how to mix skin tone and different color skin tones because there's cool skin tones and there's warm skin tones. And any thoughts on that, Roshi? Browns, cool, and warm skin tones, right?
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. Just hitting you up. Just hitting you up. What are you talking about?
A lot of things that come to my mind.
Yeah, you're like, it's like.
For different parts of the body. Like
Yeah.
areas that get more blood or more warm.
Yeah, and they're redder.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the fingertips, the nose, the ears. Yeah, so Roshi brought up a good point about skin tone. So parts of your body that get more blood, nose, cheeks, ears, fingertips, toes, those are they're usually redder and warmer. So, and in the shadows, it's usually greener, it's cooler, so. All right, so we got our orange, guys. We're going to keep going. We're going to finish this up today. Here we go. We're going to scoop up white. We're going to put a little bit of orange. We're going to put a touch of black. It's like digital painting without the digital paint. For all you digital painters out there. Okay, a little bit of orange. I'm going to put more orange than that. And a touch of black. A little bit of orange, touch of black. A little bit of orange, touch of black. Put her down. A little bit of orange, touch of black. Put it down. Hey, Art 1, do you guys get it? Art 1, does anybody not get it? If you don't get it, I think you got it. Orange and black and orange and gray. Hey, hey, hey. Turn on some music now. Turn on some music now. I'm gonna turn on some music now. Well, that orange is hard to get. Orange, gray. Artist of the Year Masterclass. going with enchanting alternative aesthetics. What's this place in here? Oh, this is a fun one. What's his name?
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, that one guy. Yeah. Okay, let's do our violet gray. Woohoo! Oh, dude, this is gonna be all taped, so I can just. You don't have to teach tomorrow. I'll just have the.
There we go.
I'll have, it'll be all recorded.
Perfect.
This stuff they can just follow along. I tried it last year, and then like some of my students were like, "Oh, I want to hear you teach it," and then like, but I'm not fundamentals. I'm just gonna follow along.
Yeah.
Follow along. But also, as I was thinking of like next year, I'm gonna have every year like art 1, 2, 3, 4, do a self-portrait, draw hands, draw shoes, like not necessarily feet, because like, right? I don't know, but like, costume figure, like folding fabric, like a still life, like just little tiny studies of like those fundamental things all 4 years, and then they can, I think it's important. What do you think?
No, I think so.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Even though it's like,
Getting
oh,
practice,
but I did a self-portrait last year. Are you doing another? And you're gonna love it.
and you're gonna make it better.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, violet gray. What happened? Did it smudge?
No, I was crying.
Oh shoot. Oh yeah, go. Wait, is this done yet? Go take care of yourself. Are you gonna take care of her? Good. Help her. Yeah, help her. Oh, did I put them in the? Oh. I forgot to put them in the bowl. Mix up that violet. Mix up that violet. Mix up that violet, Violet. Mix up that violet, Violet. Then mix that gray violet, Violet. Okay, white. Little bit of purple. Little bit of black. Little bit more purple. Little bit of black. Touch of purple. Touch of black. Touch of purple, 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 touch of black. We're almost done. Touch of purple, touch of black. Look at these beautiful grays, guys. Just look at them. Just look at these beautiful grays, everybody. Just look at them. All right, that's good enough. There we go. Done. And green, black. Rinse out your contain brush, scrape that, dry that. Nice. They're a little dark. Look, they got to be really. See how light they are? See how light they are? But you know what I'm saying? Like they need to be light and go to dark. They need to transition. They need to transition slow, well, slow-ish, or transition to dark. Okay, let's mix that green. Green, gray. Oh, I got a job for you. Got a job for you. Okay. Dang it. Just kidding, I gotta shut it down, guys. Go ahead and mix that green gray.